Hey, something has been bouncing around in my head. You and I thought about it a while ago, so I'm going to remind you.
Yep.
I feel like we had this discussion. But I get annoyed when they go, oh, the lottery's gone off. And you know, Dave from somewhere has changed his life, and we don't know Dave.
Yeah, right.
And
I always get nervous for whoever won it that they just shouldn't be saying who they are.
yeah, you've said this before.
Always.
And you said particularly when they're on the telly, you're like,
Go to ground.
Go to ground.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Stay there. It's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah. So
We become a target.
yeah, well, target potentially for burglars, but also just
Silly
leeches.
for burglars to think
Leeches.
that you've just withdrawn it all in cash, though.
Yeah.
But leeches,
But if you're a burglar, you'd set your clock for 2 years' time and go, well, he's going to have filled the house.
you'd
He or
follow
she is
him around.
He's going to have filled the house with some goodies.
Why is he organised man with a van to go to Westpac Bank with him? You know that's the day.
But leeches, I think, is your main.
Leeches is your worry.
Is your worry.
Is that what you're worried about?
No.
No.
It was more, though, the thing that I dislike about it is when I see it, I'm never that rapt for that person because I don't know them.
Yeah, right.
But boy, if someone, say if you go, I won on a scratchy, I'm like, great, I know Ham, I'm excited for him.
Yeah, you tend to get more excited for people you know.
Exactly.
For Team Andy.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's like they're on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to put this to the show today.
Yeah.
If we started up a GoFundMe
Yep.
where people can just put in $1, and that's the maximum amount you're allowed to put in,
Yep.
of listeners,
Yep.
we know that one of the people's show will win it.
Yep. Hang on, so we're creating the lottery.
Yeah.
We're not really, though, if you're from the government.
No, we're not.
We do not. Okay, we know you need a license for that. So obviously we're not really
No.
doing that.
And
We're creating a money pool.
A money pool.
A cash money pool. A license-free money
A
pool.
license-free money pool is what we're considering.
But also at the same time encouraging.
Yeah,
Just
so-
a license-free pool of money will go to someone
That we know.
that we know. It's more of a kind gesture.
Help out a friend.
Not a game of chance as regulated by the states and therefore taxable.
Yes.
Not in any way is it that.
No, it's not. It's a gift.
It's a nice gift. It's a nice thing to do for a nice person.
So we should look into what legally we're allowed to call it.
Anything.
Anything.
Just a money pool.
Yeah.
How is it different than any other GoFundMe?
Exactly.
That whole website is just money pools.
Yes. So
We're just making our own
Money
puddle.
pool.
Pray for it to be a pool.
Hey, Sarah, who works with us here, can you see if there's, by the end of the show, if there's legal requirements to the giveaway?
Oh, right.
No, we can do it. No.
Let's just keep it.
Let's keep on the
Friendly.
download. Yeah, let's
Keep it friendly. Because I think if we get bogged down in,
Admin.
do this, don't do that.
Yeah, I agree. Keep it friendly.
Keep it friendly.
I just look forward to you and I going to jail.
Yeah.
And the judge saying, is there any last words? We go, well, we were hoping.
I think we did our part. We kept it friendly. And even though you're only sending us to a correctional farm for 8 months, it just feels a little unfriendly. Doesn't feel like the kind of thing a mate would do.
Not as friendly as we are.
We kind of contravenes one of our big rules, which was keep it friendly. Keep it very friendly. So we set up a GoFundMe, just a money pool.
Yep.
And then we don't decide who to give it to because it can't be like write in and tell us why you need it.
No, we don't want that.
But it's not random. It's not a game of chance.
Okay.
Which you do need it.
A license
for.
for.
It's not that.
It's not that. But
It's a game of happenstance. That's friendly.
that's friendly.
That's nice and friendly.
That seems very friendly.
That's just a friendly
So
game
if
of
you-
happenstance.
So on the GoFundMe, you have to leave. We'll try and I haven't really ever done a GoFundMe, but I assume you can.
Doesn't give back.
No, as in like when set one up.
Yeah.
But I assume as setting one up
So similar to Kickstarter, you can with GoFundMe is
or a Kickstarter
Yeah.
or whatever. But can we
they're
see?
slightly different
Can we
'cause-
see everybody's details?
you can Or
Right.
they can choose to be anonymous, but they can put their details.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, and not because we're randomly giving it away, because you might exclude yourself from happenstance. All right, so we'll put it. Why don't we put out on Instagram or something like details of how to be involved in our money pool?
Yes.
You may find yourself benefiting from purely through happenstance.
A happenstance money pool. Do you think we'll work out how we give it away at some point?
Yep, it's not random though.
No. God, no. But should we make a rule that you can only enter once? Like you can only go $1? Because my other thought was maybe you can have...
you get someone trying to buy the pot.
It's $1 a go, and if you want to go put $1 million in...
If you notice we've only got $130 in the money pool, you could... It's like in poker, I guess. You just try and buy the pot for $1 million.
But I don't like that vibe.
And it's an expensive way to make $130 because it could go against you. And
So
what a moment of happenstance for one of the 130 people.
So you think we should open it up?
It's the happenstance that could change your life.
I think $1...
Just it does.
It does because obviously, this isn't gambling, but if you were to do that responsible, we would like that
always.
So let's make it $1 and we'll put up the
See what happens.
See what happens then. Haim, we touched on this last week.
Yeah.
Where the idea came up to start up our own GoFundMe.
Yes.
Or like any kind of Kickstarter online.
Yeah. Just everyone dumping in money and good feelings.
Everyone can only maximum $1.
Yeah,
put in
just
$1
$1
for your chance to win the pool.
Yep. Oh, not chance.
No. We found out as we went along the way.
Because I know people.
State law says you cannot run a lottery
as a game of chance. No, I know. It's you said chance. Obviously, you said chance sort of sarcastically there, because it's not a game of chance.
No.
But I know some people
happenstance.
You might just happen to win all the money in the pool.
Yep.
Now, people might have heard what you described and gone, "Oh, it sounds like the L word."
Lottery.
But it's not a lottery.
It's
absolutely not a lottery.
What did we say last week, Jack? It definitely wasn't a lottery. Didn't we say that last week?
A lottery is
I thought we called it the keep it friendly lottery.
Just keep it friendly.
I think it's more just friendly.
It's more just a system, an online group money system that's very friendly.
Yeah, it's very friendly.
Extremely friendly. Like you'd only do it with your best friends.
Yeah.
So it's really more of a private chat. And I'd say the government keep your noses out of it because it is more of like a private group.
Yeah.
It's like a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
If
it's actually could it be
a private group
money exchange?
What are you? Yeah. Yep.
Is that fair? Can we get away with that?
Sure, it sure is to me. Sounds good to me. I suppose you're exchanging $1 for the fun of being involved.
Yes.
One person will get, as a thank you, for being involved in the group, in our private group of good friends who are keeping it friendly, they might find themselves, through just happenstance, not chance, getting a full refund of what they donated, plus more.
So so that's settled. So,
all right,
which is a huge relief.
If anyone from the government has an issue with it, call now. Looking good. Looks good to me.
Looks good to me.
Well, we gave them a window. Well, why don't we do one of those things I always see in the newspaper, which seem ridiculous to me, where it's like page 80 in the classifieds, where it's like, I don't
think that you can't when you're committing a crime.
Whoa! Which is the last thing we're doing.
We're not
really
doing that, but if you were to...
well, it doesn't apply then, because we're not doing that.
Just taking out an ad in the classifieds, showing your intention to do it.
Well, it's basically what those are.
Showing your intention to do it.
We're bulldozing a suburb to build an airport. Anyone got a problem? Yeah? Great. Well, I assume everyone's reading page 80, just under the sex line ads, just to make sure they're not going to build an airport on their house.
But we all agree.
Why don't we take out a classified so we're just triple insured?
The three of us agreed that
Can we take out a classified?
Let's try and fly it under. Let's absolutely take out classified.
Let's just say, listen, if you're from the government or any sort of the state regulatory bodies, I guess we could take it like a national classified. It doesn't have to be the newspaper. It could be a national magazine.
Yep.
It could be like, Fishing Mag or something.
Yep.
All classifieds work the same way. Look, if you're from the government, you're one of the lotto people, the licensing people, you might hear some stuff about how we've got a private money pool going.
Very friendly.
Very friendly. We think it's totally legal and fine and doesn't contravene any laws. If you've got a problem with it, hit us up at this post office box.
Yep.
Tell us.
Great idea.
10,000 words.
let's
what
do
the
that.
problem is.
That'll sort the government out. We're fine with them. The other problem I'm encountering, Am, is I tried to get a GoFundMe going, is they won't let me do it or let us do it. Going through the terms and conditions, which was very boring and very long.
Thank you for doing that. That's not my favourite. Sounds a little bit like logistics.
We are saying we can't really raise funds or get any contribution to a campaign.
Yeah.
That and this is point 7 under this clause was the big one that referencing gambling or a game or any other activity.
No.
So it's not
any activity. No, it's not. It's a friendly group
with an entry fee and a fee and a prize.
Not a fee, not a prize, a full refund.
Including bonus.
including compensation for time.
Including but not limited to casino games, which we aren't.
No.
Sports betting, no. Fantasy sports, horse, greyhound racing, no. Lottery tickets, we just established it's not that.
Couldn't
Raffle
be
tickets, no. Auctions, any other ventures that facilitate a game of skill or chance. Haven't mentioned happenstance. Whether or...
Got him! I feel like bloody Aaron Brogovich.
Thankfully, my hard work has paid off.
Got you over a barrel, you idiots. This is good.
Whether or not legally defined as a lottery.
But we're not.
But that's what it's saying. It's saying whether or not legally defined.
Oh, that's tricky. Yeah.
Well, we're just a group of friends.
Promotions involving financial reward.
No reward. Compensation for time spent waiting.
Including gift vouchers or sweepstakes.
No way. No.
Good. So here's the thing. I put forth...
We're a group of friends who put dollars in for the joy of giving $1 with no expectation of reward. One of those friends, maybe through happenstance, will receive all the dollars as a compensation for time spent waiting.
I've checked in. They'll take us down. So what if we did this? Oh. What if you and I, Ham, we are going to have our own game of happenstance?
Yes, I know.
No. But you and I will put up the money for that.
Yeah.
But over here,
where
we on GoFundMe, we need to raise money for something else.
Yeah, a car.
Yeah, that we're going to build, that we plan to build.
Yeah, hot rod.
Yeah. So we need as much money as people will want to put in.
Yeah, that's right.
To go towards our hot rod.
That's right.
That we're definitely building.
Yeah, we're building a hot rod.
and look forward to the game of happenstance, which is very separate to the GoFundMe page. Yeah.
Because we need money for tyres and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And the engine that comes through the bonnet.
Yeah, and the wheels.
Yeah.
And the steering wheel.
And so we get all that money for the hot rod.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
for everyone that's given $1. Just $1 at a time is fine still. Yeah. And then you and me have it. I was wondering if what you're doing this weekend, would you like to have a game of happenstance?
Yes.
And how does that game of happenstance work?
It may mean that anyone who donated, no, I can't say that out
loud. As a thank you to one of our donors for the hot rod, would we give them the hot rod when we build it, or if we don't get the hot rod finished, we give them
the value of the
hot rod in some sort of
do we
value keeping?
Do we start raising money for the hot rod and work out how we work out the other bit, the other not giveaway?
Well, we better get this hot rod built. That's all I know.
So we start building the hot rod.
If you would like to contribute $1 only to our hot rod,
yes,
do that.
And then
how will we keep people? Say we wanted to send someone a thank you note. Well, how would we get their details?
Everyone that when you submit your dollar for the hot rod, we'd love your details.
Yep.
Because if we send out a thank you notes,
we might send out we can send out a thank you note.
Yeah.
with a little thank you on it.
Yeah. So we were, don't wink at me. People can't see you winking.
But maybe a big thank you to one of our lucky hot rod funders.
Yeah.
From just a personal thank you.
Yep.
No law against a personal thank you.
No, Laura, it's a personal thank you.
No law against a personal thank you, Jack.
Haim, we've mentioned on the show in recent weeks that we have decided not to do a lottery.
No, it started as an idea to go, I wonder if we could do a lottery that simply everyone give $1 and then one person from that pool just wins it all.
And that's legal.
And of course, as soon as we said that, we just said, hey,
Yep.
the laws exist in this land for a reason. And who are we to ever bend those laws? Even though it'd be very fun to give
And
one
friendly.
person. And we thought it would be more of just a friendly kind of
game of happenstance, not a game of chance.
and we thought the friendly vibes might carry it through. And we've since been told by the good people at Podcast One and just a couple of people that have read the whole book of the law. Look, it might contravene a few of the ideas set down in the law. Said, look, be they right or wrong, and a lot of people probably think they're wrong. Not for us to say. Of course, no way would we do that particular manoeuvre, even though we thought it could just be a harmless bit of fun amongst friends.
So instead, we're building a hot rod.
We're building a hot rod.
Yep.
Now, we didn't completely throw away the idea of using Kickstarter as a place to
Talked about
offer...
GoFundMe for a bit. We've landed on Kickstarter.
Kickstarter seems like the right place to offer people the chance to donate $1 to our hot rod effort.
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope we make it.
Yep.
We're excited to make this hot rod.
Yes.
And now it seems much clearer. It's two men making a hot rod. Boy, I hope they do it.
Yep.
And you can donate $1 to hopefully make the project succeed.
You can only donate once, $1.
But if you are one of those people that donate, I think that those guys making the hot rod would also like to say thank you in a way of their choosing at a later date.
Yeah, exactly.
So we tried to sit down earlier to nut out exactly what we're going to write on our Kickstarter page, which goes live tonight.
Yes.
After we finish recording the podcast.
If you're listening to this now, you should be able to go there. Yeah.
It'll be up. And simply that's all it is. Ignore all the stuff we said at the start about how it was going to be a pool of money and one person would win it all.
Yep.
That was just merely to explain to you the genesis of the idea that we've now landed on, just two men building a hot rod with the idea of a thank you, which will be at their discretion further down the track.
Okay, Ham. We need to give a little wink to people who know that you're a bit worried.
Well, no,
we're recording this bit.
This is about, really at its heart, this is about, look, we're building this hot rod. We hope we get it made.
Yeah.
$1 maximum to help us get the, parts, oil, paint, probably a hot rod magazine to, because we don't know everything about hot rods at the moment. As a thank you, one lucky contributor to the Hot Rod project may get an extra special cash thank you from us.
Yes.
Thanks for being part of the project.
I don't think we're allowed to say get a cash thank you. They'll just get an extra special thank you.
We would like to thank them in any way we choose.
Yeah. Don't know why you keep looking at the camera. We're not putting this up like that. William's good.
Just to, in case the government sees this, you don't own the way we thank people.
So, hey guys, we can't wait to make this sick hot rod.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for getting onto our campaign.
We're like, hey, hot rod fans.
Yeah, good.
Hey, hot rodders.
Hot rodders. Thanks for backing
this hot rod project. Is hot rod 2?
Don't know.
I think that's right. A hot rod seems more like a guy you'd hire for your mum's 50th.
This is hot rod, guys.
Okay, guys, hot rod. We've got it for an hour. We've got it for 50 minutes.
Yeah, but 30 of that's just serving drinks.
No touching, Lindsay. Okay.
Please only give $1.
Remember, maximum $1.
And please leave your details
as we would like to give a very special thanks.
I'd like to give a very special thanks
to one hot rod enthusiast.
Yeah. Check out the sweet pics of us preparing.
Here's us on day one of the hot rod journey.
Yeah. Obviously legitimate.
And then I think we just go, look, it's going to be a huge task.
Yeah.
That's why I need as many people as possible to donate $1. Hope we finish it.
Yeah.
Because we might not.
Do you reckon we put "cause we might not"?
Yep.
Okay.
then we're covered.
I'm nervous for
Stage
word of mouth because people don't know. They're not listening to the podcast and going there, and they're disappointed if we don't end up finishing a hot rod.
Yeah, yeah. Don't spread the word. You won't be.
Don't spread the word.
Don't actively spread the word.
Don't actively spread the word.
But also don't actively keep this a secret.
No, why don't we say we encourage everybody to spread the word of the true story.
Of the full story.
The full story, sorry. Not true. Full story behind our love of
this hot rod.
Of this hot rod project.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Done.
Great. And then at the end is something cool like stay
Good luck winning.
Good luck winning all that cash. Keep your beers cool and your rods hot or something.
Absolutely. That's going in. If we end up doing the giveaway, the winner has to say that.
Yeah, that's going to be the phrase that pays.
The phrase. Awesome.
Yeah, great. Sorry, I was just thinking about what wheels we'll put on it.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be live.
I think
we'll have an update next week. Their updates next week. We'll put a link up at hamishandy.com.
Yep.
If you want to go to help us build the hot rod.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, all contributors could be.
Yeah.
Duly thanked.
Yeah. Haim, this week was meant to be a triumphant push towards owning or getting started on
the journey of a hot rod.
A hot rod. And if we didn't get around to building that hot rod, we were going to thank one person who pledged $1 in our Kickstarter campaign.
In the spirit of friendship and chosen by happenstance.
Yes, not a game of chance,
not
a
lottery. Not a game of chance, so it has absolutely no bearings whatsoever, no similarities to a lottery, a game of happenstance and goodwill and friendship. We were going to thank someone personally by giving them whatever funds remained in the hot rod kitty as by way of thanks.
Yes.
Now, that seems that's what it is. That's what I've heard is happening, and that's what's happening.
On Thursday, thank you to everyone around the world reaching out, going, can't find the Kickstarter, can't find it. People wanted to pledge their $1.
God, we really tapped into a vein here, hot rod fans.
For a chance to be handsomely rewarded if the hot rod never got up.
I think what we found was that globally, hot rods are one of people's favourite kind of rods.
Yes.
And they wanted to get involved, and the response was massive. I don't think we tapped into a pool of people that were interested in putting $1 in and getting perhaps many more dollars back by way of a happenstance. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it was about. No. That's certainly the way I'm reading it.
Yeah.
But the people at Kickstarter, Endo, how are they reading it?
We got this letter from Kickstarter, everybody.
Oh, they handwrote it.
Yeah, they handwrote it.
Cool.
Hi, Hamish Andy.
Hello, Kick.
Your Kickstarter is not allowed, and here's why.
Oh.
Raising funds for personal expenses is not allowed on Kickstarter.
That's not true.
Costs for food, travel, equipment, personal costs and or living can be factored into a funding goal. Okay. However, each project should be focused on a specific creative project that shares the finite experience, product or thing with the world.
Ever heard of a global hot rod?
Well, I think they felt the hot rod was a bit personal. For personal use.
No, that's a misunderstanding. This is a global hot rod.
Please check out the rules URLs to better understand our rules, get helpful tips from our creator handbook, and to browse some of the projects we love to get a feel of how other creators frame their expenses. If you can focus on
it's an accounting issue.
It seems that way. If you guys can focus on funding a creative project instead of just expenses or experiences surrounding it for yourselves, let us know.
I just missed the complete.
You're always welcome to refine your idea and resubmit when ready.
They've just completely
missed, haven't they?
They're still going.
Yours truly.
I had a bit of scribbling. Oh, great. I just think that's unfortunate. Maybe they're very busy. I know a lot of projects on Kickstarter, so they're rapidly scanning them. But I think they've missed the global aspect of the hot rod. They've missed the community feel of the hot rod.
We thought people would come and look at it.
We were always going to take it around to shows, let people borrow it very much, if completed. Because we're realists. If completed, this hot rod was certainly the people's hot rod. It was a hot rod for the world.
Yes.
Oh, that's a real shame that they've ruled that way because
Yeah.
a world with one less hot rods in it is a slightly colder world because it's not
So-
being heated up by the rod.
They should actually have a separate page on Kickstarter called Non-Starter where you can look up people that have tried to cheat the
false
system.
starters.
Well,
that wouldn't be us, but that would be interesting. I mean, I don't know. That's a really weird thing to say, but that has no bearing on what we're talking about. But that would be an interesting thing to say.
Hey, it left me scrambling. It left me going, gee, none of these sites get it. Or do they get it too much and are they onto us? But anyway, I don't know.
There's nothing really to be onto. It's just a couple of guys that wanted to build a global hot rod for public consumption with expenses and the hope of finishing. And one contingency for an unfinished hot rod.
An angel from above, Will, contacted us. And Will, he says, guys, for the hot rod effort.
Yeah. Because that's what it is. It's an effort. And already this week I've been thinking so much about exhaust pipes and
have you considered
roofs.
don't hot rods don't have roofs?
Some do, some don't.
Okay.
And some haven't made up my mind yet. But that speaks to Will's point, which is it's an effort.
Yeah.
And it's taking up mental real estate.
For the hot rod effort, have you considered post-funding?
Interesting.
Question mark. First,
Yes, I better not be Jack post funding because I can tell you there'd be sweet FA coming from that side of the desk.
First, get people to enter for free.
Interesting.
Then pick a winner. Then everyone who didn't win donates directly to that person who puts up their bank account details. Nothing like a lottery.
It isn't, is it?
Isn't this great?
It's a gentleman's agreement between friends.
So what we do is we set up a pledge site.
Yeah.
And we'll do it by the
no
time
money
this-
is changing hands.
But you have to pledge honestly.
Honestly pledge to say, look, we're going to try and build the hot rod this week.
Oh, yeah.
And let me say for the record. Sorry, I don't know why. Well, I've got a frog in my throat here because I'm not nervous or lying. I'm not lying because we wouldn't. And you can't. So let me say here, I'm pretty sure we'll build the hot rod this week. With all the thought we put into the roofs, the tailpipe, the wheels, upholstery, I think it's going to get done.
Yep.
So put your name up, pledge to post-fund it if we get it done. Because, we're happy to float the amount this week. If it doesn't get done, would you honestly honour the pledge by sending the dollar you were going to send to the hot rod to the person whose bank account details we put up? Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
As our favourite or our happenstance.
Yep.
A person that's selected through happenstance.
I just wonder whether we don't need to keep up the hot rod thing anymore. We just simply say, just pledge $1.
We're doing this outside of Kickstarter.
Yeah, no, I think we set up on our website.
We don't need Kickstarter.
No, we don't need Kickstarter.
It was a lie. Guess what? It was a lie. I was lying the whole time. Kickstarter, we were lying. We had you. We were going to get you. We could have got you.
We could have got you.
And we'll get you again one day.
So
we were lying through our teeth. There's no hot rod. We took that photo in the stairwell with us in overalls. Ding dong. The truth is out. Sing it from the rooftops, Ando. Doesn't it feel good to have the truth out?
It is. It's been really confusing.
People will be blown away with this. There was no hot rod. We don't know how to build a hot rod. I wasn't thinking about roofs. I just quickly thought of a part of a hot rod I could pretend to have been thinking about.
So what I think we do is go, okay, everyone go to HamishAndy.com. It's up now.
Yeah.
You pledge $1
For our lottery.
for the lottery. You pledge, so it's a so the winner will be announced next week,
and
they win the pledges,
and they put up their bank account details, and then it's up to the pledges to follow through.
Yes, and what we'll do though is so they don't have to post it on our website their bank account details,
which I think is okay.
It's fine though, but
nothing can happen to you.
No, but what we will do is go. Everyone who sets up a pledge, we can set up
a separate account,
a separate EDM, like an email, electronic email that goes, hey guys, here's the winner. They're their bank details. Make sure you give the money to them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can we still, as a nod to the heritage, call it the Hot Rod Lottery?
Yeah, okay, great, we can. And then I think, Ham, because dollars are hard to come by, I think we give everybody maybe 3 months to pay their pledge.
And then we check in with the winner.
And then we check in with it and see if they
See what our
got
pledge hit rate was.
see whether they got to.
I think this is the right thing to do for the Hamish and Andy podcast community. It will bring everyone together. It could be you.
Yeah, it could.
We
be
make no money from this,
No.
but there's a lot of excitement.
Yep.
In fact, we're down a hot rod.
We-
Because in the last few minutes, I've felt like the probability of us completing the hot rod
Really?
has sunk.
sunk to a new low.
We'll see next week if we still built one anyway.
But go to hamishandy.com now. You have to pledge $1. You leave your email address, your contact details.
Could be you.
You got to put your phone number in there because we will do some kind of contest next week to pick the winner, and they've won the pledges.
Yeah.
They've pretty much won a bounty hunt, haven't they?
Well, they've won some sort of a bit of a debt collection follow-up pestering scenario.
They've won
I imagine for the next few months we'll be like, come on, if you've pledged, do follow up, give you
a
money.
bunch of IOUs.
Give your money to Jason. And Jason,
Yes.
I wish I was Jason. Well, you're not. We've been through that.
Yeah. So we're not going to do that because that's going to be annoying and boring.
Oh, we might
But-
throw a few mentions in there.
Yes, but we'll give a couple of months grace.
Yeah.
But we'll set a date. If it's not all in by a certain date, we'll
It's be a
check it.
fascinating experiment because we'll get an idea of how much people would love the money with how many people pledge, and then what the follow through rate is for people going, all right, fair play, I didn't get awarded it through chance.
HamishNanny.com, everyone.
I mean, Happenstance. I know. We say chance.
Chance.
We
yeah.
can say chance.
Yeah. Say whatever we want now.
Lottery.
Hey, exciting day.
Yeah.
Exciting day. We need to talk about something we've been doing, which has had a rebranding.
We've had a rebranding. Some are saying it's for legal reasons.
Yeah. No way.
No. Some of those people are in-house.
Legals.
Some of those people are real lawyers.
Yeah.
In-house at Podcast One. It doesn't matter who's saying what. Just
We were
listen to
accused
us
of doing-
and ignore everything that came before, especially if you're from the government.
Yeah.
I want to make a deal with the government right now. Whoops. Something just fell off a computer now, which
It was a video camera.
It was actually a video camera, which makes it look like I don't want this on the record. Let's make a deal with the government right now. We're all mates.
Yep.
And
We've said from the start that this is friendly.
We have said from the start this is friendly, so we're covered by that, the International Code of Friendship. And I'm going to reiterate that now. We are friends with you. You are friends with us.
and we accidentally misspoke last week when we said we're doing a lottery.
because I thought we were friends and we were making some jokes.
Yeah.
Of course we're not doing a
No
lottery.
way.
You need permits for that.
Yes.
They are not to be done.
Yes.
And I can't be stern. I can't be sterner.
No.
To anyone listening,
Not.
of course, no
way.
no.
No way. So what
and
are we
then there
doing?
was the whole thing with the hot rod.
Yes.
That, rats were smelled, accusations through. I'm making a deal with the government and all the agencies that have been sniffing around. Friendly deal. Forget everything you've heard.
Yes.
This is what's happening.
Yes.
People have been pledging. They've been going to the website. They've been pledging. They'd be putting their details in to become the pledgant under the understanding that if you somehow become the pledgant from this list of people, then everybody else that has pledged $1 at that list will then have the opportunity to turn around to you if you happen to be anointed the pledgant. And out of respect for the process and the gathering of the listeners, they then have the choice. If you've previously pledged to put your name in the ring, you then have the choice to forward on $1 to he or she who is anointed the pledgant.
Can I stress one thing?
Yeah.
If you are picked as the hero that wins, you are not winning any money.
No
way.
Again, because
It's not a lottery.
that sounds like a lottery
Yeah,
over there.
exactly.
And we've already been very, very clear about the fact this is not a lottery.
You are not winning any money whatsoever.
You are winning. You are simply winning the
Joy
of
being
becoming the
promised.
target for those promises.
for future promise.
For future promise to pays, no money certainly no money's come through the Hamish and Andy show. No money's changed hands.
Can I also state one other thing?
Yes. Yeah.
You have not paid to be in this.
You have not.
You have not paid any money.
No.
You've paid a promise.
You've paid
paid
some
a
time
pledge.
and you've enjoyed yourself. Because we are friends. We are all friends. And that includes you, government. Friends of ours are friends of everyone.
Yeah.
And so we do thank you for your friendship. We do thank you for
take
your
that very
friendship. And we certainly assume you thank us for ours.
So,
moving forward, can I stress one thing?
I'd love you to.
Again, it is not a lottery. Never was.
No.
And shan't be forevermore. It is a nottery. The opposite
Yes.
of a lottery.
And you'll see we've updated that on the
I've
website.
updated the title so there can be no misunderstandings.
We
here.
went into Web Geezer Jazz and went, what's the L doing at the top
What
of this
is
word?
this? It was a joke.
It's not a
Web
lo-
geezer. No, we're not just saying jazz to tie him to that mistake in case
the government get unfriendly.
come sniffing and forget about the friendship. We're not tying specifically, just trying to scapegoat one man.
No.
But we said jazz.
What's the L doing at the front of this word?
Jazz, you put the L in. No, jazz. We didn't. It was an
M. It's a notary.
he could turn around and go, well, you guys did say it on the podcast. And
Yeah.
which we all just had another big laugh and went, well, that was all done in friendship and we're all having fun. And now the fun continues, but with a more specific message.
Yeah.
It is a nottery. So here's what's happening. Nothing changes.
Can I tell everybody how many pledges we've had?
Yeah.
Pledgeons out there. 11,700. Now,
Potential pledgeons.
And I said, oh, well, should we change it to like not an exact number? Because it sounds like we've,
Did we get it on the nose?
It's on the nose. It's absolutely,
right?
yeah.
On the nose.
It's on the nose. 11,700. I was going to say 11,693 because it sounds more
that
specific.
sounds random. 11,700 is just as random as the next number,
That's true.
which
So,
is 701.
pledgeons, well done.
Pledgeons,
But
heroes.
all you've done is made a promise, and it's completely up to you if you'd like to thank the winner for how much fun you've had at a later date, not tied necessarily.
Well, the person selected
Yes.
through Happenstance.
Yes, that's right. Is it time to do the Happenstance selection call?
Yes, because again, this is not a chance.
No. It's
The-
not a game of chance.
the
It's a
game of
lottery.
chance.
A nottery is a game of happenstance.
Nottery, no money is won.
No money is won.
Promises, the shifting of promises is all that happens here.
Yeah.
That we create a target
Yeah.
to be the destination
We are
for
a
those promises.
We are a promise vessel.
We are. aren't
Jump on board and we'll get you to your
we?
destination.
Yeah, we're just rechanneling promises, really. That's all we're doing.
That's all we're doing.
Try and find that in a dictionary. You won't.
Try and find that in state law.
Yeah, you
You
won't.
won't.
And you shouldn't be looking because we're friends, as we cannot stress enough.
We have picked out a number by happenstance.
Yep.
And Haim, the thing is though, we are still running the part
Yep.
of the nottery where that person has to pick up, that pledgeon has to pick up and say, keep your beers cold and your rods hot.
As a nod to a previous journey, which
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's familiar with. Now, and that would just prove that we've picked the right pledgeon. Someone whose heart is true. Or that will just prove that Happenstance has picked the right pledgeon.
Yep.
Someone whose heart is true and whose words are in the right spot. Do you have...
We've got the number, pass it to Jack.
Jacko's got a
Okay. Do you want to know this person's name?
Yes, please.
This is Matthew.
potential pledgeon.
Oh, good luck,
God, out of
Matthew.
11,700,
Yeah.
could it be Matt's lucky day to the extent where luck does not imply a game of chance? Luck merely implies a life of good fortune. More gratitude, really.
Yeah. Nervous for you, Matt.
Oh, man. Couldn't have been clearer when we said it's going to be an unknown number.
Hi, this is Matt from Little Garden. Please leave your name and number, and I'll return
Sorry,
your
Matt.
call as
Sorry,
soon as
Matt.
possible.
Stop the drone,
Thanks.
Jack.
The rules state.
Do we tell Matt? Do you hang up on him?
He's
Sorry,
gonna
I already
hear- he's
cut
gonna-
him.
he's gonna hear this.
He'll
He'll hear
hear,
this.
he'll hear.
He'll hear this.
Here's a quick clarity on a rule. Not that we need rules or regulations
Nope.
or terms and conditions because it's not a lottery. It's a nottery.
Completely outside the laws of lotteries.
yeah.
It's a nottery.
If his voicemail message had just said, keep your beers cold and your rods hot,
We'd have paid that.
I reckon we would have
Yeah,
as well.
because that just shows that legendary behaviour is automating, automating the response process.
Fantastic.
I would love it if someone that she was like, "I wake up with today. Yeah, you've won it. This is a recorded bot. I am playing tennis."
Jacko,
This
next person selected by happenstance.
is Adam.
Adam, a chance to get himself 11,500 promises.
Yeah. I do feel like the Today Show now. Every time I've watched them do the cash flow, I've never seen it go off.
Yeah.
You have reached the message bank of 04.
Oh dear. You've reached the message
Oh,
bank of-
fortune. How cruel thou art. Another happenstance pile coming to Jack.
Thank you.
I reckon I've got a good feeling about this one. It sounds like I know. I don't know.
The next one is Margaret Lee.
Not my mum. Jacko, what's the name there, mate?
This is Trinette. Trinette.
Ooh, it does sound like you made that up, Andy.
Trinette. Can we catch her in the net? The net of good fortune.
We can certainly try. Oh, Andy's phone's ringing. Excuse me, guys. I gotta go take this.
Keep your dick's cold and your rod's hot.
Unbelievable! Trinette! Trinette, you're the pledgeant!
You're the pledgeant! You've won the Nottery!
Oh, Trinette, we've run the Nottery. We're going to keep saying the word Nottery. You wouldn't have heard this, but it's been a slight rebranding. Of course, you know this. You know this is nothing like a lottery. You've
Not a
simply
lottery.
won all the pledges now. You're the destination for the pledges. Trinette.
Trinette, does it feel like a lottery at all to
Not
you?
really, wouldn't? No.
No, not at all.
She doesn't feel it. We don't feel it. We're all friends. That includes the government. We're all friends having fun
And you now
inside
Trinette,
the law.
Trinette, you wouldn't know how many people pledged, but
No.
but just now you have won 11,500 promises.
Promises.
Promises. No money. You've won no money.
Promises.
We must stress
Yeah.
that to the
You
government.
know that. You know that.
From 11,500 of my friends.
It's a very friendly
Friends
thing.
getting together. You're selected through Happenstance, which is a friendly thing to do.
Friendly.
What a
Yep.
friendly time we're having.
Well done, Trinette. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you.
Amazing.
We've never, all our radio lives, we never did a phrase that pays, I don't think.
No,
So
and-
this was actually...
And in fact, Trinette, we laughed at them. We scoffed at them. We thought it was low-hanging fruit. We thought it was just commercial radio 101.
Yeah.
Now, having been on the other end of it, listening to the phone rings, hearing someone do it,
Yeah.
Yep.
they work for a reason. It's exciting.
Yeah,
It is.
well.
It is, it's a phrase that promises.
It's just a phrase of promises.
And Trinette,
Certainly no payment
we
is
are
changing.
going to pack you on hold because obviously there's some details that we need to discuss with you.
Yep, and then-
to ensure that everybody...
now has the option of their own choice.
Yes.
Now everyone has
Sure.
the decision to follow
Yeah.
through with their pledge. If they choose to do so, they're certainly under no obligation, legal or otherwise, to follow through with it because no contract has been entered into, either implicit or physical.
Nothing.
But they have the choice
Yeah.
to honour the pledgeant,
Mm-hmm.
who has been selected by Happenstance as one of the great listeners of the show,
Yeah.
and the transaction will happen simply from them to you
Yeah.
in a secure manner that doesn't involve Hamish and Andy, Podcast 1, or the Hamish and Andy Show. And that's just a friendly, fun way of saying congrats, mate. Congrats!
Thanks. Awesome.
Thank you so much. We'll put you on hold and fantastic work.
Just
Ham.
fantastic,
Yeah,
legal,
yeah.
fun, and
Yeah.
what a journey it's been.
Jenny, it's been- Wow,
Okay.
still excited, Ham.
Very excited. Trinette's still on the phone to our producers outside.
She's actually already set up a PayPal.
We've got it. So what we've done is set up a PayPal for Trinette, and everyone who entered the pledge, the Nottery, everyone who pledged, we've got your email details. We'll be able to send you out the link with Trinette's PayPal.
Yep.
And so you can just donate if you would like to. You make the choice.
You make a choice.
You follow through as an act of goodwill, a friendship, completely separate to the show. You make your act of goodwill.
If you had $1 worth of fun listening to that,
Yeah, then
you can
you-
thank the participant.
and you feel bad because you now feel like you've stolen, and you've got $1 worth of fun for free, and you would like to write that if you choose to.
Yep.
That is how you'll do it. You'll get the link emailed to you.
If you are one of the pledgeons, we're going to check back in.
And that-
we're going to give everybody. We know $1's a lot.
Yeah.
And you need to.
You don't
save.
always just have $1
So we're
lying
to give.
around.
We'll give you 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months, and we'll
fair.
check back in with Trinette to see how many of the 11,700 pledgeons made good on their
And
promise.
I think if you can't follow through in 2 months, everyone's circumstances are different.
Yeah.
But we would, at that point, 60 days from now, have to assume
it might be happening.
it's a false pledge. We would have to, but
I
it's
doubt
up to you.
I doubt we'll have one.
I don't have one. We could have 11,000. It's completely up to you. But now, take your time,
Yeah.
have a think about it. It is a big decision. It's completely on you.
Yep. But you'll receive the email.
Yeah.
Look, when do we send the email? Because people want to listen to see if they'd won or not. Or do you reckon they already know? They already know.
Whoa. Okay, so do you want me answering or not?
No,
That was a slip?
I
That was
think
a bell
people-
slip. No, you're right. Let's wait a week.
No, I'm wrong because people know that we record the show before Thursday. So if they haven't
Yeah,
got
but today's
that,
Wednesday now, so it goes out tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
The show
So
goes out on Thursday.
The email should go out with the show.
But what if you read the email before you've listened to the show? Then you'd be like, oh, great, someone called Trinette wins it.
Yeah, but you'd already know you haven't won if it gets to Thursday.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about that. You're thinking of the excitement of listening to what we just did. At least give it 24 hours.
24 hours.
Thank you.
Speaking of breaking the rules, we did break the rules when we tried to do our own lottery. We
we
hence
did, didn't we?
turned it into a nottery, which is definitely not a lottery for the government still listening.
Can't stress it enough.
This happened a while back. For those who missed it, there was a phrase that pays. People had to all pledge $1 to
Yeah.
the winner. And out of those pledges, we'd ring one of them, and if they could say the phrase that pays upon picking up, they would win
Yeah.
all the pledges, and that would realise into some real money. This is how it went down.
Keep your dick's cold and your rod's hot.
Unbelievable! Trinette, you're the pledgeant!
You're the pledge! You've won the nottery!
You're the destination for the pledges, Trinette.
Trinette, just now you have won 11,500 promises.
Promises.
Promises. No money. You've won no money. We must stress
Yeah.
that to the
You
government.
know that. You know that.
Does it feel like a lottery at all to
Not
you?
really, wouldn't? No.
No, not at all.
So we said we'd check back in with her in September.
Yep.
It clicked over to September to see how many of those pledges came through with the goods.
This is amazing. She won promises, so a guaranteed amount of $0,
Yep.
but a potential amount of $11,500, depending on what people chose to do with their promise.
Trinette joins us now. Trinette, ahoy.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Trinette. This is really exciting, and yet another reason this definitely isn't, for many legal reasons and ethical ones and just vibe ones,
Yeah.
is not a lottery.
Not a
because
lottery.
normally with a lottery,
No.
as the people, if we were to be administering a lottery, we would know the amount.
Yes.
And we would be telling the winner the amount. Now, that is not the case here, Your Honour. It is a situation where we have a very happy person on the phone, it sounds like,
Yeah.
who's going to tell us the amount of how many people followed through with their pledge and deposited $1 into a specific... Do we have a specific PayPal account set up?
Trinette had to set up
Yep.
her...
Trinette,
Yeah,
you set
yeah,
up your own PayPal account, so this was
Yeah, that's it.
no details were being shared. They just anonymously had to donate the money in. Do we want to hear it, Andrew?
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty excited. Trinette, let us know how many of the pledges came through with the goods.
So I've got in my PayPal account at the moment a little over $4,000.
Oh, that is amazing!
Yep. So, I mean, a lot of people came through with their promises.
That is
And
massive.
keen to give a shout out to the people who chipped in a little bit extra to cover the slackers who weren't going to pay. There was quite a few of those.
Mate,
Well
that
done.
is crazy.
Trinette,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Normally in a lottery and stuff, you say, what are you going to do with money? This is not a lottery. I'm not going to ask that question.
No.
But
Normally in a lottery, they go, oh, by the way, there's 11% fees and charges. Now, of course, for us, it's a little closer to 30, but it doesn't. Trinette, it is all yours. And really,
Thank
the
you.
only people we have to thank, and I'm sure you feel this way too, Trinette, is the listeners of this show, Ando. The
Brilliant.
community that we have
All
at the
my
Hamish
friends.
and Andy show.
Yep.
They are all our friends.
Yep.
This is just a
Yep.
friendly...
it was a friendly,
This was just a friendly
game of Happenstance.
It was just another one of those friendly incidents where friends will piff someone $1 with no need for return. It's just a friendly piffing of dollars around. But Trinette, it makes us smile because, geez, we got the best bunch of friends
Yeah.
that listen to this
Yeah,
podcast.
it's wonderful.
Now, I assume some people might be still getting there. What's your plan here, Trinette? Are you just going to keep an eye on it for till the end of the year? When
Yeah, well, there's a couple of dollars still trickling in each day. So, people are taking their time to get around to the email. But, I appreciate every notification that I get.
Amazing.
And, the plan is actually in a nod to the hot rod.
Yep.
My husband and I have a 1974 Mini. It's slightly smaller than a hot rod, but the engine blew up, so we're planning on replacing the engine.
Oh, my God. It's turned into a hot rod after all.
Kumbaya, my lord.
It's the circle of life. This is incredible.
Trinette, fantastic news.
We wish you, may you keep that rod hot, but certainly not overheating.
Keep your beers cold as well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Cheers.
No dramas at all. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate it.
Good.